Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Beorning, and we seem to have one more quest from Sturkist.
Adventuring is difficult, tiring work.
Well done, my brother. I must confess to you that I did not think you would be able to complete the task Grimbeorn has set before you. Adventuring is difficult, tiring work. When you used to dream of going on such quests, it seemed we left out the sleepless nights and the aching muscles, for this journey is the first I have thought of them. And yet you have traveled far and wide and faced terrible foes without complaint. Perhaps Grimbeorn was right to send you after the ranger. I am weary after a much shorter journey. Grimbeorn has one more message for you. He wanted me to send word if you were successful at the task he set before you, and I have done so. He told me that he would journey to the high pass to meet you. You would go to him in a camp named Vinderhall in the narrow space between the eastern Bruinen source and the north high pass. So I'm to talk to Grimbeorn in Vinderhall in the Misty Mountains, and Vinderhall is, let me make sure of that, because I think I know where it is, but I want to be sure. Yep, I was afraid of that. That is that area right there. So now I must somehow get there, of course. This is a nice opportunity to get lost. I mean, he had to go there. I guess he was willing to meet us halfway, so to speak. Actually, if I got this new earring, and let's see. I guess we'll just do that. Alright, let's go. And this weapon will serve us well until we get our legendary item at, well, it'll be a few more levels.
Will you lend me your ear?
Oh, stirrings within Helligron. Yeah, I guess so. Yes, I think that you'll serve us until we get to the legendary weapon, and we're going to get that around level 50 because I'll be doing the quest for the epic storyline in Volume 1 until I finish those that are level 50 or below. Only then am I going to go and head and do the start of Volume 2. So therefore I'll be doing the start of Volume 2 at level. I won't be doing it earlier like I do on many of my other characters. Now, it may have been a good idea, though, if I had taken a stable master and gone to Gloin's camp and at least take a shortcut there. I think it's a bit late to do that. Anyway, we might run to an enemy or two along the way, and I think I still have a couple more class pages to carry, and right. See, I have, looks like that one is done. I need one more from the Skin Changer and one more from Hobbit Holidays. That's two more in all. So perhaps we'll be lucky, run into a couple of enemies, be able to take them down and finish at least one of the deeds. Well, okay, finishing the Misty Mountains half of it, because we still have to kill a few more foes in Angmar before it's completely done. Alright, see, there's Gloin's camp. So therefore, I want to go, which is the best route to take? Actually, this might be better since we will then be heading towards our target rather than away from it. And the idea then is, yeah, we'll be getting closer to it, so therefore we'll just be heading north in what I think would be a shorter path. I haven't tried this path in order to get there before, but of course we've been down this path earlier in order to take care of the goblins during the epic story. Now let's see if I could get around these lurkers, and I think this is it. Nope, that's not it! Aha! Good thing I checked. Otherwise I would have been taking the long way around. Let's see. Now if I ran into something that actually could drop pages, then I probably would have stopped to fight it, but when I'm facing foes that don't, I don't think there's any reason to. I don't need to kill every foe in the Misty Mountains. Now I will run into a goblin or two probably down this way. And goblins do drop pages, but I'm not going to go way out of my way. I'll just take care of ones that are in my path, if there are any. You know, those goblins can be sneaky sometimes, staying out of your way when you are wanting them to be there, so you can see if they happen to have a couple of pages on them. Like that one. Alright, so that was one of them. Ouch. Oh, actually, it looks like there are 2 pages left to a Hobbit's Holiday. Let me read that. Oops. Might be a typo. So I think only one of them can drop in the Misty Mountains. And as for this, study the skin changer. So all the bottom ones are done. So we just have one more for the Hobbit's Holiday, and we'll be finished. And now I've got to find that path. So yeah, this way. Those wargs, the Misty Mountain wargs, will not drop the talents that I would have needed for my class quest because, well, first of all, I wouldn't be here unless I'd already completed that section. But yeah, here's the pass I need. I want to go through here. And this is going to lead us to our next section. So we're not going to be doing the questing here, because after this, then we'll talk to Grimbeorn, finish this whole thing, then head over to Angmar. After we climb up, and up, and up, and up, and up. So now we're in the Northern High Pass. Not exactly a bridge I would want to trust. Oh. Now this warg I am going to have to fight. Tempest warg, which is appropriate considering the weather here. Alright. Now we don't need to kill all the wargs here. Where are we? Now we should be getting pretty... Yeah, we're pretty close now. This is our destination. Whatever he called it. One of those. Okay, Northern High Pass, and... Get a name here? Oh, Zinderhall. Alright, good. Make sure I don't have any Yeah. Hello.
Make yourself strong, and strike fear into the hearts of our enemies.
It is good to see you again, young one, and strong. I would not have made this journey if I did not think it important to give you my blessings and a word or two of further guidance. When I sent you forth to find the Ranger Aragorn at the urging of the wizard Radagast, I did not believe in the importance of the errand. I thought you would complete the task and return, and we would return to living in our customary way. We could collect the tolls of the river crossing, trade for what goods we need, and otherwise remain secluded from the outside world. But I have come to realize that this cannot be. The forces of evil that gathered on our doorstep will not be content to stay there. They may respect the might of Beorn's descendants, and would be wise to leave us be for a time. But one day they will seek to stamp us out. Our ferocity and our resilience would make them pay dearly, and the cost would make me proud. But then the line of my father would be ended. I do not want to wait until that day, far away as it may be. I do not want to become a cornered bear, dangerous but frightened. I want to strike out at the enemies that surround him, and in that way keep from being cornered. Make yourself strong, Pineclaw. Strike fear into the enemies of our people, and aid good folk that lack the power of the skin changers. You will become my weapon against the forces that assembled against us. This is all I have to say. Go with my blessing, and that of your brothers and sisters. Let the memory of your mighty ancestor, my father Beorn, drive you to feats of greatness. And I get to go back to Rivendell! Yay!
Well met.
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a direct link to Rivendell, but I can go to Glowing's camp, and at Glowing's camp, I can get to Rivendell.
What do you need?
Alright. Yeah, there it is. Good. And we will be done. Well, except for that. Oh. And I could dismount here since we want to head back this way. And speak with Starkist again. And find out if he has any other wisdom to impart other than saying, okay, you're done. Which is probably what it's all going to be. Just, okay, you're done. And why did we come all the way back here? Why couldn't it be finished by Grimbeorn? Why couldn't he finish the quest? He's perfectly capable of finishing up a quest, I think. Well, maybe he's not. Alright, now. Starkist!
You can be the adventurer in our family, and with my blessing.
I am in amazement that Grimbeorn made the journey into the High Pass. Did his message to you justify the journey? Well, I am glad that he tasked you with this duty, my brother. Real adventuring is difficult, tiring work, and this journey through the mountains to me has already given me my fill. You can be the adventurer in our family, and with my blessing. Alright. Now, let us take care of this. See, we have 2 points in here. And what shall we spend them on? Critical chance. Melee damage. Melee damage, that is certainly something to... Alright, and festering wounds. Wounds that you inflict upon the enemies take longer than usual to heal. Well, that's good. Right, and that concludes that bit. So what I think we need to do is to return to Lorniel. And here we are in Angmar, and first off, let's speak with Thoriel to turn in this quest for the Winged Host. You alone accomplished what we could not, Pineclaw. We are so few in number, and without Goladir to guide us, we feared the worst. I only hope that you possess the spirit to face even greater threats. There must be one that leads these Marival to our doorsteps. Yes.
Would you do something for me?
And that's a small fellowship quest, so I'm not going to worry about that, but let's go to Lorniel.
What
sorry.
do you need?
Did you find Ragnar? Ah! That must be the scroll he told of. Let me see it.
Might I take a moment of your time?
I fear we may have been deceived, Pineclaw, for this scroll is written in black speech, and may say nothing of value. I cannot say, for black speech is not a tongue for which I am familiar. Even so, I would know what this says. Perhaps the elf Laredin may have some proficiency in the writing. He is an old friend of my father's, and is here in Forthnear. Take this scroll to him, and ask him his opinion. If it may help us free my father, then we must learn its secrets at once. Alright. So, yes, it figures it would be in black speech. I mean, why would it be a nice, simple Westron which anyone can read? Alright, so let's... I think this is where we need to go. Hello there. Laredin, I presume?
The sorrows of the Eldar are never ending.
Alas, but I have never taken the time to learn this cruel mutterings of the orcs. I have no desire to speak with them by any means save by sword. If the scroll did indeed come from Carndoom, Elrond Half-Elven may have an interest in it, and he assuredly knows the black speech. Go to Rivendell. But I was just there! And seek out the master of the last homely house, if you would know the answer to your riddle. Right. That is why my first instinct of coming here first, finishing this, and then finishing the class quest was the right instinct, because I immediately get sent to Rivendell anyway. Oh well. Such is the life of one who forgets what he was planning to do and does the opposite and then pays for it.
What
Alright.
can I do for you?
Oh, thank you. Now, I don't think there is a horse that goes the other way back until you have kindred with... Or... Let's see. What do I have here? Alright, I am going to go all the way here to the Stalemaster
How
just
can I
to
be
show
of
you what I
service?
mean. If we go to Angmar, it says Gathworth there. It says you must have acquaintance standing with Council of the North. And I don't know if that helped any at all, but let's see how close we are to that now. Alright, Council of the North. Oh yeah, we got a long way to go. And yes, I can grab a bunch of those at the skirmish camp and make getting the rep there a little bit faster, but I've already bypassed one thing using the skirmish camp. Let's not go and bypass the entire rep thing, especially since I don't think I'll be needing all the rep all that much. Besides, I've got a port right to there. But that does show you that what I could have done in the previous quest is I could have gone all the way back to the camp, turned that in, got the quest to go to Rivendell, taken the horse to Rivendell, got there, and my ports would all now be available rather than cooled down. Okay, I guess going... Yeah, because I wouldn't have had to have gone back there. That is 2020 hindsight. And this is also the end of the episode, so therefore, tune in next time where we will speak to Elrond in the next episode of Pineleaf Plays The Beorning.